stop for a moment. This is important. Today is not a normal day. Something has already started shifting around you, even if you cannot see it yet. There are moments in life when events move quietly behind the scenes, and then suddenly everything changes at once. This message is about one of those moments. If you are watching this right now, it is not random. Timing like this rarely is. There is a reason you clicked, there is a reason you stayed, and there is a reason this message is reaching you today. A quiet transition may already be happening in your life. Small signs, subtle feelings, thoughts that keep returning, doors that seemed closed starting to loosen. Many people miss these turning points because they expect loud announcements or dramatic signals. Real change often begins silently. It begins in ways that are easy to overlook. Yet the impact can be powerful and fast once it begins to unfold. Today, you are going to learn why certain dates carry emotional and spiritual weight, and why periods of struggle often come right before major breakthroughs. You will also discover something that most people do not realize. Sudden life changes are rarely sudden. They are usually the result of preparation that was happening long before visible results appeared. Understanding this can shift how you see your own situation right now. There is also a deeper reason why encouragement sometimes arrives exactly when a person feels the most tired. Psychologists have studied motivation patterns for years, and one consistent finding appears again and again. Human beings are most likely to experience transformation after periods of pressure and uncertainty. Stress, disappointment, and waiting can create internal growth that later supports rapid external progress. In simple words, the hardest seasons often prepare the ground for the fastest changes. Another lesser-known truth is how belief affects perception. When someone begins to expect positive movement, the brain becomes more alert to opportunities. Scientists call this selective attention. It means the mind starts noticing chances that were always there but were ignored before. Faith and mindset do not magically create events, but they strongly influence how quickly someone recognizes and acts on them. This is one reason encouragement can lead to real-life changes. You will also learn why feelings of delay do not always mean denial. Many people assume that slow progress means something is wrong. Yet history and personal stories repeatedly show the opposite. Periods of waiting often protect people from outcomes they are not ready to handle yet. Preparation takes time. Skills develop quietly. Emotional strength builds in private moments. Then, when the right timing arrives, movement can feel almost overnight. There is another important point that will be discussed in this video. Not everyone recognizes when their life begins to turn in a better direction. Some people dismiss opportunities because they look small at first. Others sabotage progress due to fear or past disappointment. Understanding these patterns can help you avoid missing what could be a major turning point. Awareness changes outcomes. As you continue watching, you will also hear about signals that often appear before positive transitions. These are not mystical signs. They are patterns seen in real experiences. Increased clarity, sudden ideas, unexpected support from others, a growing sense that something is about to happen. Many people report these feelings right before important life changes. Recognizing them can help you move with confidence instead of hesitation. There will also be guidance on what you can do right now to align yourself with new opportunities. Simple mental shifts, practical actions, ways to remain open instead of doubtful. Because even when circumstances begin changing, personal readiness still matters. Preparation and awareness together create momentum. This message carries good news. It speaks about progress, not punishment, movement, not stagnation, possibility, not limitation. There are seasons when effort feels invisible and prayers feel unanswered, yet those seasons do not last forever. Often, they are the exact period when foundations are forming beneath the surface. Roots grow before branches appear. Internal change comes before external results. By the end of this video, you will understand why this moment could be more significant than it first appears. You will see how timing, mindset, and perseverance connect in ways most people overlook. and you will leave with a renewed sense of direction, knowing that change does not always announce itself loudly before it arrives. Stay with this message until the end, because the final part will bring everything together in a way that can shift how you view your current situation completely. Missing that part would mean missing the full meaning behind what you are about to hear. Welcome to our channel, where we share messages of encouragement, insight, and hope designed to strengthen your mindset and your faith. If you feel this content speaks to you, make sure you subscribe and join our growing community so you never miss the guidance and inspiration we share. There is a reason this message feels personal, because it speaks directly into seasons that many people try to hide from others, seasons where progress feels slow, where effort does not seem to produce results, where days start to blend together and motivation becomes harder to find. Feeling stuck can create a quiet frustration that builds over time. You try to move forward, but something always seems to hold you back. Plans change, opportunities disappear, energy drops, and slowly doubt begins to whisper that maybe nothing will change. Waiting for answers can be even heavier. You ask questions. You search for direction. You look for signs that you are on the right path, but clarity does not come as quickly as you hoped. The silence feels confusing. It can make you wonder whether you are being overlooked or forgotten. That uncertainty can drain confidence more than failure itself, because at least failure gives feedback. Waiting often gives nothing but questions. For those who pray, the struggle can feel deeper. You speak words with hope. You ask for help, guidance, or relief. But time passes and the situation looks the same. It can create a quiet disappointment that you rarely say out loud, a thought that maybe you are not being heard. Yet what many people do not realize is that delays do not always mean absence. Sometimes processes are unfolding beyond what you can see. Emotional exhaustion is often the result of carrying too much for too long. Responsibility, expectations, worries about the future, memories of past pain. When the mind stays under pressure without clear relief, it begins to tire. Motivation weakens, joy feels distant. Even simple tasks require effort. That does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. And it means you have been trying. Through all of this, there is something important to understand. Nothing you experienced went unnoticed. Every moment of persistence, every time you continued despite discouragement, every effort that nobody else saw, all of it mattered. There are seasons when growth happens quietly inside a person. Strength forms, patience develops, awareness increases. These internal changes often come before external movement. And this is where the message begins to shift. Because the word that comes now is unexpected. Congratulations. Not congratulations because everything is already perfect. Not congratulations because every problem has disappeared overnight, but congratulations because something has already changed beneath the surface. A transition has started. A decision has moved in your favor. Progress has been set in motion even if the visible evidence is still forming. Congratulations means recognition. It means acknowledgement that you passed through a difficult phase without giving up completely. Even if you doubted sometimes, even if you felt tired, you continued. And continuation matters more than perfection. Many people think blessings arrive only after flawless faith. That is not how growth works. Real faith often includes questions, fears, and moments of weakness. What matters is that you did not fully stop. A part of you kept going. A part of you kept hoping. That part was enough to carry you forward. The timing of change often surprises people. It can feel sudden when results finally appear, but what looks sudden usually has a long history. Seeds grow underground before breaking through soil. Roots expand in darkness before leaves become visible. Human progress follows similar patterns. Preparation happens internally first. There are reasons why this shift is happening now. You endured a difficult season. Challenges that stretched your patience, situations that forced you to grow in ways you did not choose, pressure that revealed your limits and also expanded them. Difficulty can refine awareness and strengthen resilience. It is uncomfortable, but it creates capacity. You stayed faithful during uncertainty, even when confidence was not constant. Faith does not mean never doubting. It means continuing despite doubt. That persistence builds internal stability. Stability becomes the foundation for future opportunity. You did not give up completely. That may sound simple, but it is powerful. Many people stop right before momentum begins. You remain present long enough for conditions to start changing. Presence creates possibility. Growth also happened internally first. You learned things. You became more aware of what matters. You developed emotional strength that you did not have before. Internal change prepares you to handle external success without losing balance. This leads into the idea of overnight change. Overnight does not mean magic. It means visible movement appearing quickly after a long period of invisible preparation. When opportunities finally connect with readiness, results can accelerate fast. What once felt blocked can begin opening one door after another. New opportunities may appear in unexpected ways. Conversations that lead somewhere. Ideas that create direction. Offers that were not there before. Unexpected solutions can arrive when perspective shifts. Problems that seemed permanent can reveal simple answers once timing changes. Emotional healing can also happen faster than expected. Relief sometimes arrives suddenly after long strain. Peace can replace tension once the mind recognizes safety again. Doors can open quickly when preparation meets the right moment. But there is also a warning here. Do not ignore early signs. Many people miss progress because they expect dramatic proof. Small beginnings often lead to large outcomes. Doubt can cause hesitation. Fear can cause avoidance. Negative thinking can block action. Awareness helps prevent that. Stay alert. Stay open. Notice changes in energy, ideas, and opportunities. Movement often starts subtly before becoming obvious. There are also things you can do now to align yourself with what is coming. Be ready to receive. That means allowing yourself to believe improvement is possible. Let go of past disappointments that try to convince you nothing will change. The past does not control the future unless you allow it to. Trust timing. Not everything arrives when you demand it. Some things arrive when you are prepared to handle them. Take small steps when opportunities appear. Progress grows through action, not only waiting. Speak positive words over your life. Language influences mindset, and mindset influences behavior. And above all, remember this: you are not forgotten. Feeling delayed does not mean being denied. Life paths are different for everyone. Comparison creates unnecessary pressure. Your story is still unfolding. Chapters that look confusing now often make sense later when you see the full picture. There are moments when everything begins to connect. When experiences that felt random reveal purpose. When struggles that felt meaningless show their value. What is coming has the potential to create that kind of clarity. As this message comes to a close, let a sense of calm settle into your heart. Not everything needs to be figured out right now. Not every answer needs to appear today. Sometimes peace arrives before the miracle does. Sometimes reassurance comes before visible change, and that peace is often the first sign that something good is already on its way. There is a shift happening in your life. Quiet, steady, real. Even if you cannot measure it yet, even if you cannot explain it yet, movement has already begun. Paths are adjusting. Timing is aligning. Circumstances are preparing to turn in your favor. And something good is coming sooner than you expect. Release the fear that tells you nothing will change. Release the doubt that comes from past disappointments. The future is not controlled by what went wrong before. New outcomes are created by new moments, new decisions, and new timing. What is ahead of you carries possibilities that you have not experienced yet. Hold on to belief. Not forced belief, not perfect belief. Just a willingness to stay open to good things. A willingness to trust that life can improve. That willingness alone can create space for transformation. Because when expectation shifts, perception shifts. And when perception shifts, opportunities become easier to recognize and receive. You are allowed to hope again. You are allowed to expect progress. You are allowed to believe that relief can arrive. Strength has carried you this far, and that same strength will carry you forward into what comes next. Nothing you endured was wasted. Lessons were forming. Resilience was growing. Awareness was expanding. All of that preparation matters now. Speak this quietly to yourself if you need to. Something good is moving toward me. Even if I cannot see it yet. Even if I do not know how, it is coming. If this message resonates with you, you can affirm it by writing a simple "I receive" or "I believe" in the comments. Sometimes declaring belief makes it feel more real, and it also encourages others who may be standing in the same season of waiting. Also, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue sharing messages that bring hope, clarity, and encouragement to people who need it most. And it ensures you will not miss the next message that may arrive exactly when you need it. Keep your heart open over the next few days. Stay aware of small changes. Pay attention to unexpected opportunities. Notice shifts in conversations, ideas, or feelings. The next few days may surprise you in ways you did not anticipate. And when those moments begin to unfold, you may look back and realize that this was the point where everything quietly started changing.